Hey everybody, we're out here at some private property doing a little testing, having some fun. I got 3 different kinds of rifle or shotgun ammo. I got the wall set up and some gel sideways. So what that is if I actually am in a self-defense situation at home and I hit my target, will it go through the wall to what's on the other side? So will the target and the wall stop it from going to the other side? So we've got a 1-ounce slug, we've got some double-aught buck, and then we've got this Force X2, giving this another try. This is supposed to split up upon impact, so let's get to testing. First up, we're gonna try this Force X2, 9 pellets, double-aught buck. We're gonna shoot prone through the gel, see what we're gonna do. Oh, it stopped one, but a lot went through. So you can see they went in right here. A lot of shotguns from the shell in there, but it stopped one, and it did split. So it did what it was supposed to do. But if you come around here, Ryan, so it was 9 pellets, and they were supposed to split into 2. So 1, 2, 3. That was the Sig V Crown. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the one stopped. So not bad. Let's do the double-aught buck now. Next up, we're going to do, this is Federal Premium Personal Defense. This is double-aught buck, 9 pellets, but these are not meant to split up. These are copper-plated buckshot. Oh, that destroyed the gel. Woo! So you can see, went in there as like a wad, and then you can see the path across, and then went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and those all came out pretty close together. So, all right, we're gonna try slug now. Slug time. Next up, the Big Mamma Jamma. This is a 1-ounce slug. This is the Remington 1-ounce slugger. It's gonna hurt like heck. All right. Wow, did you see that gel dance?
Did a whole flip.
Wow, did you see that? Dang! You shot my gel. Oh man. I don't even want to tell you what that looks like. So that's the hole. That's freaking huge. So that has more of a wound channel, like, God Gosh. That is a huge hole. But you can see, did not slow it down in the slightest. Huge entry hole, or exit. Gigantic. So, I really don't want to shoot anything in the house. Late entry into the video, my buddy Talon wanted me to do this one. This is the Winchester Defender Elite. This is a 1 ounce slug and 3 double-aught buckshot. So, probably going to do about the same thing as the Slugger just did, where it's going to completely annihilate the gel. Good Lord. Good Lord. So there you can see that's the Defender and that's the Slugger. See that wound channel with the 3 double-aught buck. Huge entry. There's the double-aught buck. And then big exit with the 1, 2, 3 buckshot. So, whew, I don't want to shoot anything in my house. I don't want to shoot any guns in my house. Back at the house, recap time. So I wound up shooting 4 different rounds at the gel. I put the gel lengthwise so that it would mimic a torso, essentially your anterior posterior distance. 6 inches is probably a little slim. Mine's probably closer to 8 inches, maybe a little bit more. Somebody that's bigger, it'd be even more. Different densities of tissue. There's bone, there are vital organs. Everything has a different density, and I really don't know how a bullet will travel through, or a projectile will travel through fat versus muscle versus bone. So there's a lot of variability. This isn't an exact science, but it's pretty darn close. Those ballistic gel torso dummies are ridiculously expensive, so I do with what I have. We started with the Force X2, but I'm actually going to save these for last. We then went to the Federal 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch, 9 pellet double-aught buck. These are copper plated. They went through the gel. I was only shooting about 10 or 15 feet away. They went through the gel, through the wall, no problem. I really didn't expect it to stop at all. Then we moved on to the Remington rifled slugs, the Slugger. It's a 1 ounce slug. And again, I mean, the hole that it created in the gel, it was pretty darn impressive. I mean, if you're talking about devastation, a 1 ounce slug is going to do it each and every time. I mean, it's so darn powerful. And then there was a wild card. My friend Talon, as I mentioned in the video, he wanted to see these Winchester Defender Elites. It's a 1 ounce slug with 3 double-aught buck pellets behind it. I've tested this a couple of different times, and the spread is just uniform. I mean, it is the slug and then 1, 2, 3. It's like every time. This is really an amazing round, and to think that I got these on clearance, I mean, pretty amazing. But the Force X2 was interesting. I learned about these. Federal released them at SHOT Show of 2022, so last year, and these are, it's a double-aught buck. It's 9 pellets, but it's almost like a split shot weight, and it's meant to break apart upon impact. And it kind of did, because there was one piece, as you saw, that lodged in the wall. So it kind of did what it was supposed to do, meaning it broke up and it decreased over penetration. That is what they bill it as. So in that respect, and I've tested these before with just some cardboard, and it was really just a poor attempt at a video. But I was really impressed with the Force X2. If pure devastation, not worried about over penetration, I'm definitely going with these Winchester Defender Elites. But if I've got other people in the house, which I usually do, this will do the job without, or with minimizing the amount of penetration, over penetration. But that also begs the question, going through the gel, you have that initial expansion, it slows your round down, and then you might get it to stop, because when I have the gel lengthwise and I shoot a 9mm into it or a 45 or whatever, it grabs it and it stops it pretty quickly. So I'm wondering if I do the same test with a 9mm or a 45, I wonder if that would over penetrate through the wall. I'm just gonna have to do it. But also, I bought these a while ago, and this is a Barnes, and it's a 1-ounce slug, but it's almost like a hollow point where it has petals that flower out. And I'm wondering if it creates so much, if it does the same thing, whereas it just expands and the gel slows it down, if it would go through. So I didn't have these with me when I did that test, but this is something that I am really, really interested in, because if it can cause the same entry hole that these slugs do, but slow it down because it's increasing its surface area, it's increasing its diameter, really getting grabbed by the gel, if that will prevent over penetration. So we're just gonna have to, I really don't know if I'm even gonna be able to melt that gel down. All the little pieces from inside the shell that were projected out, it was like a little like white, almost like styrofoam-ish type material that went onto the gel. I really don't even know if I can salvage that one, but that's pretty much why I shot it sideways, because it was already a little bit far gone. So I'll have to melt it down and see if it works. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get more gel. But I found this pretty interesting. We had a little talking session with my friends when we were at the range, but my son was like in and out with the camera, and it was kind of dizzying. So let me know what you think down below. That's gonna do it for this one. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.